What is up, everyone? We are back. More The King Returns 10 at our new home, Dawnstar Games. This is, of course, the premier monthly for fighting games in Richmond, Virginia, the 804, my hometown, for those of you who are not aware. And next up is going to be the hottest, quote-unquote, new game, Granblue versus Rising. I've been playing this game on the side a bit, and I am impressed. I like how it feels so far. You guys know I'm an old man. I'm a boomer. I was kind of iffy when I saw the autos, but you know what? I am fine with how they're done here. I'm even kind of satisfied with how they have the easy input specials. So no bad words to say so far about Granblue, and I'm going to be turning the mic over to two players who know much more about than I do in my exploratory phase to tell you about the action that we recorded over the weekend at Dawnstar Games for The King Returns 10.
Well, hello. I'm Salte Boy, and I'm excited to get into some Grand Blue. Always exciting to see new games have like these big tournaments right after release, that hype. And even if it's like the second month of the game existing, it's cool to see that hype, that excitement starting to carry through. And let's see if it can carry through. I mean, we got Frosty coming up. We have Tampa Never Sleeps coming up, Slashback. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of Granblue in this year, especially also because that DLC pass is going to be insane with that roadmap.
100%. And subbing in for Deadward, who covered the last set, I am Pineapples. We'll be taking you guys along with Salte through this Granblue tournament. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the RVA area got some quite strong players in this game.
Lots of strong players.
Zerom?
Yep.
Is from that region.
Yep.
Extremely strong Charlotta player. Seen him in a number of top 8s over the past few weeks since the game has come out. So,
hey, where are you from? Where are you from, Pineapples?
Originally from Tennessee.
All right, where are you from, Salty?
I'm Texas.
Oh, there you go. So we got people from all over coming to check out the action here at the King Returns 10. I'll leave it to you guys. By the way, Goomba's player, all I can think of is stupid dog, Eustace.
Absolutely. First game, got a quick button check, but we see on here Vera coming up from Cat, Eustace from Goomba Fang.
Well, what do you know about these characters?
I personally am I'm a Vera player.
Oh dear, I'm a Vera player too.
Let's go.
Maybe we're not qualified to be on the mic right now.
Listen. Need a little bit of, just a tiny bit of bias in your commentary, you know? No, I'm just playing. But Eustace being kind of an interesting character, kind of a hybrid between likes to set up some nice projectile game in the early stages, then once he starts really getting rolling, you get in there, you have some grenade set play, some pressure that you can apply for some dangerous mixture. Whereas Vera, a little bit of a gorilla.
Yeah, a little more straightforward, right? But one thing to note right here is that when you play Vera, your entire objective for at least like the first part of the game is to get that install, because once you get that install, that's basically her win condition. Everything about her becomes better. She gets better pressure resets, she gets better combos, she gets more damage, and right now Cat is immediately getting it. Cat sees blood. There's the counter hit, close heavy, and then into the raging chain. Sorry, I had to learn all these new words for this game.
Oh yeah, I'm in the same boat. Don't you worry, Cat. Like you said, got the install immediately and has been trying to press that advantage ever since, refusing to block when put in a situation they might have to. But unfortunately for them, that super blocked just to start this pressure in a little bit of a more orthodox way.
Backing up, there's a throw tech, and Cat just going to use bar heavy to take Goomba Fang out, trying to escape, trying to press in the corner right here. And one thing that I want to see more from Goomba is that Eustace, yes, is normally a zoner, normally set play, but I want to see Goomba be a little more aggressive. Keep Cat from just controlling neutral, controlling the space like this, because Cat has so far been doing a great job at keeping Goomba from doing what they want to do. But here, Goomba is finally getting what they want to do here in the corner. Cat hard knockdown, jumping in, tries to go for another command grab, but Goomba Fang not going to let him have it this time. Oh no, the miss DP, and Goomba properly capitalizing off of that to take that round.
Yeah, exactly as you said it. Goomba turning up the heat a little bit. Once Eustace has the grenade off cooldown, that sticky grenade with the H version allows him to apply such good pressure. And so you get it on, next hit that you do with the gun will blow it up, get some plus frames. If it happens to connect on hit, you get an extra combo like that. And that really forms kind of the core of Eustace's offensive strengths.
You know, one thing I really like right here, it's so funny. The very start of the last round, like, Cat had one objective, to get that command throw. And now Goomba Fang had like that, a bit of a wake-up call, right? Got hit by the command grab round star. I was like, okay, I'm not having it anymore. And it's just shutting down every single command grab attempt Cat has had so far, forcing Cat to use some extra meter for that super to force that install onto himself.
Got the install. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to combo off of it. And if you hit the super on Vera, you are able to connect and will extend that combo a little bit in exchange for the super being pretty low damage. Kind of a big missed opportunity in that first game that really let Goomba Fang kind of escape without as much of a meaningful damage and Oki situation as they might have had to face otherwise.
Yeah, that super, but one thing to know about the super is not only is it low damage, but that, but yeah, as you said before, it's like the potential to get more damage from it, but also it's very, very fast, not only in startup, but also recovery. So it's hard to punish, and it punishes a lot of things very well.
Absolutely. Back throw into the corner. This could be a start of an incident, though. But Cat has shown this command grab so many times. Goomba Fang, after the first one, has been all over it.
Yeah, at this point, Cat's going to have to play a lot more careful with these command throws. Maybe not use it so often. Remember, one thing to keep in mind is that command throw for Vera is not a tool. It's not a good, it's not like a good move, right? You only use it to get the install for free. So if you're feeling a bit cheeky and your opponent is not paying attention, but Goomba Fang has shown so far that they are paying attention, and they're not going to let Cat have that install so easily, right?
Yeah, it's one of those tools where you have to represent a lot of different options before it will start working for you. Because it is a very slow command grab at about 30 frames, I think. So you gotta make sure that your opponent is respecting your other pressure before you start applying it. And Cat hasn't really done that. He's been going for the command grab without making Goomba Fang scared of other things.
Well, Goomba Fang has shown that they are ready to take on that Vera matchup and ready to take on the rest of this tournament. Goomba Fang moving on 2-0 for Cat to make it into winners round 2, sending Cat down to losers.
Pretty convincing, honestly.
Mhm.
After those first couple interactions, you know, Cat was looking fairly decent in the first few rounds, but Goomba Fang really adapted quickly and shut it down almost as quick as it started.
Yeah, and that's also a good sign of a player, right? Of how they tackle the game, how they tackle bracket settings, because you need to have that kind of adaptation that Goomba Fang had right there to notice exactly what Cat likes to do and knows exactly how to punish what Cat likes to do, but also doing it in a way where it's quick to adapt to that first of two setting. Even like after the first round, right? Goomba Fang kind of had it down.
Yeah, as soon as, you know, maybe in the second interaction of the first round, Cat already brought out the command grab. Goomba Fang from that moment on was like, oh, I know this person is going to go for it as soon as they can. Did not fall for it once after that, and kind of realized pretty quickly that Cat was not trying to block once they got, you know, pushed out a little bit. They were trying to get in. Goomba Fang just pressed that advantage. Says, all right, I know how you're going to try to come at me. You've shown a linear approach. I'm going to put the stop sign up.
Yeah, he's like, he saw the command throw and he's like, or the command grab. It was like, okay, I know exactly what kind of Vera player you are. Right?
That's true. You know, I respect it. You always gotta check people. Be like, are you looking for it yet? You ready?
Yeah, and what better way to make them ready for it than to start it off with that round start? That I'm still not over that, by the way. I mean, I definitely, as a Vera player, I have done that sometimes.
Yeah.
Just to like, okay, you know what would be really funny? Not necessarily as a good option. I'm just like, you know what would be funny if I just round start command grab and it works. And you know what? I respect that a lot.
Oh, and it looks like the action is not stopping here. Tea time pulling up with another Vera for us. We're eating good today.
So to chime in, actually, Tea Time's gonna be the other person. I didn't realize it until a little bit later, but the sides are wrong. I'll be fixing it in just a moment. But Tea Time is actually on the right, while Mistfinder is on the left. And I should have known because Tea Time typically plays Ryu in Street Fighter 6, so of course he would pick Gran.
Good to know.
All about the cover athletes, you know? That's Tea Time.
He's literally playing the Granblue.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm honestly surprised that Mistfinder isn't playing Narmaya. Like normally when you think of a character that's like Johnny in Granblue, you think of Narmaya, like the different stances and the way she like plays. So yeah, I'm surprised that Mistfinder's on Vera, but you know, I'm always excited to see something like that. I'm excited to see another Vera. You know, as a Vera player myself, totally not biased here.
We're eating good. We're eating good.
But yeah, let's see exactly how Mistfinder, you know, plays this character, right? I think that's going to be very important because Vera, I feel like when it comes to his player base, they can play extremely differently. It varies a lot. So, like, what kind of Vera will Mistfinder be? Are we going to see a round start command grab, or are we just going to see no command grab at all? I have seen Veras that do not go for the command grab at all, barely use the install super, and just rocks with regular Vera. And it works because people don't expect a Vera to play like that.
Oh yeah, she has totally competent buttons, you know, as a normal character, right? We just saw one right there, that 5M, 5L as well, being absolutely massive. And so far, Mistfinder looking a little bit more standard.
Yeah, 2 H's, 2 B's. Definitely using a lot more of Vera's longer pokes as opposed to the shorter ones that you saw Cat use earlier. There's the dash L.
T-Time's trying to keep him locked out of the corner, but a little bit of posturing. Just trying to get Mistfinder out of there. Oh no. We're in.
Wonder if Mistfinder knows that you can actually combo off of dash L with a regular bar light. Because I'm not seeing T-Time use that at all. I'm seeing, or sorry, not T-Time, Mistfinder. I'm not seeing Mistfinder use that at all. I've seen just dash L into 5M, which can work, but normally you would see 5L being used because it's just a much stronger frame trap and combos afterwards.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 5M connects after a counter hit dash L, but not a regular hit. Sometimes it'll work, but you gotta be very aware to get that confirmed. T-Time busted out of the corner though, had a huge counter hit, and now the boot taken to the corner.
But yeah, T-Time took him to the corner, but got put into the corner themselves right here. There's the hard knockdown from that move right there. That you're gonna be seeing that a lot from Mistfinder as Vera. This one in particular, right? That's one of her main frame trap options, right? Her strike throw mix. That's where it comes in. She presses a button is what she's going to do. She can either, you know, go for a command grab, go for a pressure reset, or instead go for that, end her turn, but get a hard knockdown afterwards.
Yeah, the 214L is such a good hit confirm tool. That 236L as well, fairly good. Catches mashing sometimes in strings, but not the biggest reward on hit, right? Because as opposed to the 214, no knockdown.
Mistfinder right here. Now just keeping, or sorry, I keep mixing up the names. That's gonna mess me up. T-Time right here. Yeah, keeping Mistfinder locked down.
Yeah, Mistfinder has the install now. That EX punch is not quite connecting, but still doing a very good job of just keeping T-Time locked down. He cannot bust out. So if that EX boot finds a way.
Both of these players do have full meter though, and you know with full meter and Granblue can be very explosive, but you won't have to use it if you get a punish like that. Unfortunate from Misfire. I wonder if that was a misinput. Might have tried to gone for Ultimate Darkane instead of the ultimate version of their DP, because ultimate version of Darkane is actually plus on block.
Yeah, likely was going for that. You saw the ultimate DP and you're like, oh no, it's tragic.
This is
free
where
punish for T-Time.
this is kind of where simple inputs come into play, you know?
Mhm.
Just completely gets rid of any type of mistake in your motion inputs. But you know, by doing that, it does make it so that you do a bit less damage, which you might not want, especially when you're doing it in neutral like that. You like if you catch them, you want to have that extra damage, hoping that a combo can kill afterwards. But sometimes it's better just to be more reliable with your inputs. It looks like though they're going back to the character select right here just to change up their buttons. I wonder if they had some wrong controls. That would have been unfortunate. It's always bad when you go into a game in bracket and you realize that your controls were messed up.
Yeah, you realize that stuff real quick. You get right into round one, you're like, oh. Mistfinder taking their time to make sure everything is correct. I imagine they had a bit of a flub there, which is unfortunate. Hopefully with that rectified, they'll be able to come back in game 2.
Yeah, you can't exactly run that back afterwards, right?
Yeah,
So,
you know.
yeah. Misfire is definitely just going to have to hold that, and T-Time does have a game up because it's the first of 2, as we saw before. This does mean that T-Time just needs one more game in order to advance. Let's see if Misfire can get their composure together. Not only does messing up your inputs make you play worse, but it also kind of damages your mental too, right? So let's see if Misfire can just keep that composure and play well against T-Time, because they did give T-Time quite a fight earlier.
Yeah, they're definitely putting up a good fight in the last round. So far in this one, though, T-Time has been just a brick wall that Mistfinder has not been able to advance past. Whenever they've gotten the upper hand on the positioning, they just kind of back up, let these buttons speak for themselves. Far M, fireballs, 6XL when you're feeling frisky and want to get some more plus frames. They've just been keeping Mistfinder locked down.
You know, one thing I like about T-Time, what they're doing right here, is that you can definitely tell they're adapting to how Misfire is playing. Remember how I talked about earlier that Misfire often went for dash L into 5M? Well, T-Time is noticing that and using a 5L in response to actually counter hit Misfire, because there's a big enough gap being left by Misfire.
Absolutely. And no guard cancel back on this raging strike from Misfighter is a huge opportunity for T-Time. Didn't quite cash out as much as they could have, but still, the damage is there. It has stuck, and Mistfighter's on the ropes.
Wow, T-Time just went went ham in that final game right there. Extremely strong performance here as Gran, giving them the old has a hoodie. Man, can I just talk about this design? We're in a high fantasy setting, and you're telling me that the main character wears a hoodie.
Listen, man, the skies are cold. Gotta bundle up. It's chilly up there. Atmosphere's thin. Gotta make sure you're not freezing to death when you're flying around on these air balloons or whatever they travel on.
You gotta give all the other characters a hoodie too. You know, I want to see Bilal in a hoodie. You know, put a shirt on, right?
Yo, let me see Vasaraga pull up in a hoodie.
Dude, that would go hard.
Oh, but now we're getting into the next round. Vicky Viper on the left, Burst Dragon rocking the Jita on the right.
And also both very strong characters. Vicky Viper here playing UL. UL does have 2 stances that can be used to evade attacks. And yeah, evading attacks. That's kind of how UL plays. Very slippery character, very fast character, has one of the highest walk speeds in the game. And Jita, on the other hand, kind of plays similar to Gran in the way that they are a bit more basic, but has really good pokes, really good frame traps, and just an overall very solid character.
Yeah, I like to liken Jita to like the Ryu to Gran's Ken. You know, they're both like the very standard kind of playstyles, but Jita may be a little bit more conservative in most of the interactions than Gran is.
And I would say like Jita is more like Ken, right? Instead of Gran being like Gran, Ryu, Jita, Ken. The way I think of it, because like I'm pretty sure Jita has a record, right?
She does.
Yeah, so that's definitely more of a Ken thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why
the more recent iteration.
That's
for
why
sure.
T-Time played Gran and not Jita, because T-Time is a Ryu player.
Huh? I see. Good to know.
Oh, that's a
Vicky's-
favorable trade for Vicky right there. And another opening up, empty jump, low. That's going to be one of the main ways to open people up too, because throwing isn't as strong. It doesn't have very far range, but it can be tech so easily, especially when mash tech exists.
Yeah.
And because of the block button, you can't get cross-ups as easily. So high lows are going to be your best friend.
Yule definitely has a somewhat more advantageous time in trying to apply that strike throw compared to some other characters. You touched on the stance earlier. One of her buttons, I believe it's the stance M. It's got like a little flip kick, both low and throw crushes. So she can use that to, oh, you think I'm gonna come up and throw you? Ah, psych, it's a throw bait. Hold this.
Yeah, and because it puts her airborne, it can be used for a lot of things. You know, it can actually completely avoid like Ladiva's command grab, for example.
Yeah. Vicky Viper putting it to great use. She is one round away already from taking this set, putting on a quick showing.
The Burst Dragon going to zone out Viper for a bit right here. Throw some fireballs out. Do this Rekka, finishing the Rekka string as well. Vicky not keeping track of that right there. Going to block that Rekka string that time and give Burst Dragon, or give Vicky Viper the turn right here. Raging Chain. There's going to be a lot of damage, even for, especially for a mid-string combo.
Yeah, spend quite a bit of resource to do it. You know, spend one Brave Point and 50 meter, I believe, to get all that done. When she got hit by that super, she is in a rough spot now. Only one Bravery Point on the Yule. The health is looking low. Any hit could do it.
And any hit will do it. First Dragon found the one hit they needed, straight into the wreck. Keep it short, keep it simple, and now has a round against Vicky right here, but will they be able to get another round? It's not looking good. Not going to spend any guard cancel, any bravery points right there to get out of that situation either.
Yeah, I don't think Burst Dragon could have done anything about it because they got hit by the Raging Strike raw. So they just gotta hold that damage, and since you're in the corner, can combo off of it with no meter. Vicky trying to apply as much pressure as she can, but Burst Dragon finally able to bust out.
Here's the super yet again. First Dragon going for a lot of these raw supers. It may have worked one time, but it's not gonna work that time, especially with a range that short. And just like that, Vicky Viper getting the victory handed to them 2-0, and will be moving up to winners quarters finals to get a chance to get a crack at getting into top 8.
Tragic end to that game. Burst Dragon calling upon the dragon to take them to the skies, but not close enough to get that one. Like you said, Vicky Viper 2-0.
Yeah, unfortunately, no burst in this game, right? So you get a combo, you gotta hold it.
Yep. That damage is sticking one way or another. Let's see. Who we're gonna have up next on the sticks?
Yes, we'll be finding out soon enough. We got the controls being set up. Let's start critiquing their controls. I don't think this button should be placed here. Why do you play like that? I want to see some really weird setups, right? I want to see 5L on the top left corner. I want to see 5M on the bottom right corner.
Some people have their sticks wired, so I know one of my friends has like RT on the top left button. I'm like, what are you doing? Why is that there?
I guess
But-
it doesn't really matter in practice, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But what does is this next match. We got Disgaea on the left rocking the Yule, and Goombafang once again coming up with the Eustace that we saw earlier.
Yeah, more Eustace gameplay. Very cool character. I think I've said this already. Very cool character. And it's cool to see that Goombafang is really rocking him and really sticking with them.
He's such a sick character to watch play, you know? Once he gets going, his setups are so nasty. Sets up the ultimate grenade. High-low. Time to guess. It's so sick. It's so sick.
I feel like gun characters are just naturally cool.
I'm trying to think. I think you're onto something.
Like
If-
even if they're bad, right? They're just kind of naturally cool.
Well,
unless
more-
you're a salty player playing against Elfeld and Exer, then you know that's on you.
Well, more people should play Marvel Infinite then. There's like 20 characters with guns in that game.
Ultra Gamora is sick. That character is dope.
Goombafang onto a very strong start. And Con made this guy, yeah, different UL and going to be playing this character very differently as opposed to how Vicky was playing earlier.
Yeah, they already showed that they know and deny Goombafang some of this Eustace offense. Immediately, as soon as the first EX grenade from Goombafang was going to come out, this guy was ready with the reversal. Get out of there and started taking him to the corner.
Playing out of each other's range. Goombafang, however, being the first to just rush or right and push that offensive. And Conmay looking really low on life. Going to use that ultimate skill right here, hoping to chip Conmay out.
There's such difficult situations in this game. Yeah, I respect it. Once you're that low, taking a Gambit like minus frames into super, not the worst idea, because you can't block anything at that point, right?
And you
You
know
gotta
that's
take
so,
your turn however you can.
and you know that's so scary too, right? Because if you get hit by a single super skybound art raw like that,
Oh,
I feel like Goombafang would have either died or they would have been very close to dying to where Conmay could have taken the round right afterwards.
yeah, at the very least, you're on life support, right? Someone call the paramedics. I need help.
Like broke his kneecap, you're stuck in the corner. What are you supposed to do against a UL where they're just dodging, flying around the screen?
No, I do not know. This guy is trying desperately to get their way and finally managed to make something happen. EX is not converted off of, but this one is. Spend the Brave chain into super, get that Bravery point back, and that is a ton of damage on Goombafang's side.
Goombafang down a bravery point 2. So they only have 2 bravery points at their disposal right now. Just when will they want to use it? Might want to use it for a guard cancel right here just to get Conmay off of them. And because Conmay could just stick to Goomba like glue, Conmay will be taking that round as they were able to open up Goomba. Goomba just instantly jumping back. Round start does not want any of it. Tries to zone out Conmay, but to no avail.
You mentioned how well they've been sticking to Goombafang. Trying to get Yule off of you can be just an insurmountable task sometimes. This guy just backing up whenever they need to, getting into the stance, DP on minus frames to steal a turn away. You're stuck in the corner. Help, let me out.
Going to spend that bravery point, finds it useful enough to spend it right there, and all they do need is a combo into a super to regain that bravery point like it never happened, but not going to spend it just yet. Might spend it soon though.
His dash is not
Matter
confirmed
of
off.
time.
Goombafang holding on to life, but getting whiff punished into the Raging Strike. This guy taking game 1.
Just one hit confirmed into Raging Strike, and boom, you have yourself a combo, especially in the corner. That's going to do so much damage, even if it was just the very start of it. two throw techs coming out. Goomba trying to escape with their life and being successful with it as well. Here's the setup grenade. But going to have to find...
Yeah. And put something dirty. The run through caught by this guy as cross up. These reversals are flying from this guy. They do not want to let the pressure go.
One thing I think Goomba is going to have to learn how to deal with, especially now more than ever because Conway is on set point, is they need to find some way to basically keep Conway from escaping their setups, right? The jumps, the spot dodges, they're all being so effective at keeping Goomba from continuing their pressure.
And he found such a good response there in that end of that last round. Got a frame trap, close light, and a counter hit, close heavy. A huge amount of damage once you get that starter. Goomba Fang ended that round real quick, and I want to see more of that.
Oh, what an anti-air counter hit as well. And can I just say, like, Eustace's combos look so cool as well. Everything about this character is cool.
Oh yeah, you saw Goomba Fang going for the fancy stuff, the back hit on the DP to get the extension. Unfortunately fell out of that one, which led to a not so favorable situation for them.
I mean, playing it very safe, and the moment they get a hit, just instantly confirming right into it. Seeing a lot of these long-range buttons being thrown out, just throwing them out like at the max distance, right? So it makes it harder for Goomba to respond to them, as well as keeping Conmay safe to start pressing yet again. And with that, Conmay has a round, evening up the rounds here in game 2.
Back against Goomba's the lead that they got in first. Roll through the pressure, excellent for Disgaea, and now this is looking rough for Goomba Fang.
This is looking really, really good for Conmay, however. But not if Goomba is able to get out of the corner. That's not where you want the zoner to be. You want the zoner locked down in the corner. Make that their new home. Get them some bed sheets. Get ready to sleep, because that's where you're going to be, especially with a combo that might be enough to kill. Super ending. Going to steal Bravery Point. Just hanging on with a sliver of life. And unfortunately, anything would do it at that point. Even a sweep. Conmay is moving up in the bracket 2-0 over Goomba Fang, but a hard fought 2-0. Goomba is putting up a very strong fight, and really doing a really good job at like zoning out Conmay and keeping that set running for a while. But yeah, it just really lacked that close out potential.
Yeah, Disgaea finishing that one off.
Oh no, are we seeing a Viramir?
Are we getting it? Please.
Oh my god, we're seeing a Viramir.
Give it to us.
Oh,
let's go.
The fight of the gorillas, the monkeys, sharing their brain cell. No, nothing against y'all.
Is Goomba Fang back on playing Vera? Is that what we're getting? Oh, the name change. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Miss
Cat and Miss Fighter.
This will be a losers match as well. We saw Cat earlier. We saw Miss Fighter earlier. And we both know that they play Vera very differently, right? Misfire doesn't really go for the command grabs as often, just opts for those longer range pokes, keep you at a distance, and tries to utilize frame traps a lot. While on the other hand, we have Cat, who's really all about getting that install, getting those supers rocking. You know, you do anything full screen and they're just blasting a laser at you, throwing out those fairies as well, just to keep you moving even at full screen. So I'm really interested to see how these two playstyles clash with each other, and what better way to find that out than with a round start like this.
Oh my goodness, triple attack overhead into the sweep, into the command grab Mistfighter. Showing us some stuff that we didn't really expect from them coming from the last few matches. They are really on the offensive here against Cat.
Triple attack. There's the Raging Strike for boosting out some extra damage. Tries to go for the DP at the end, but drops it. Mistfinder definitely going to have to go for some more reliable combos right here. And this is a very reliable combo. Gets that hard knockdown. Both players with install. This is very scary. Guard cancel. Stand in the corner. Are they blocking this super? Yes, they are. This should be a free punish. Triple attack. There we go. Plus Darkane going to get thrown out of it though. Unfortunately, misses the timing to complete that conversion, complete that link. And Mistfinder holding on to their life. They don't deserve it, but they have it.
Oh no, you hate to see it. The throw reversal. Snatching that round away from this fighter just as Cat thought they had something going. Ripped away from them in the blink of an eye.
Mistfinder getting a command grab of their own. You got a command grab on me before. I'm going to do a command grab here.
Built up pressure. Mistfinder being very respectful of Cat's pressure. Even when they have minus frames, you know, after the Eld Arcane, still blocking, expecting Cat to do something, and that is a huge counter hit. Look at that damage.
Oh yeah, missed the conversion right there. I think it's because they went for a triple attack instead of just ending at 1. If you end it at 1, you can't actually connect with that final hit that they try to do there. But it's not going to matter anyways. Gets that guard crush, and Mistfinder has a game.
Yeah, I think Cat reacted to the Raging Strike, right? You saw them get hit raw by it, so I think they pressed something. Unfortunately, just not either that guard cancel button or the spot dodge button. Getting a hit is a free confirm. And yeah, like you said, Mistfinder, game 1. We gonna set the run back? Do they have a set? Going back to the mirror? Yeah, okay.
Oh wait, okay. It was Cat the entire time. Okay, so
Oh,
Cat was
cool.
okay. That makes a lot more sense, right? Now that I think about it, I'm like,
It does.
okay. I was like, Mistfinder is just swapping places with Cat right here, like always going for these command grabs, making them work. But no, it was
That
Cat
makes
the
sense.
entire time.
Yeah, that makes sense. They had us fooled. We should have known better.
Like
The
I'm
irri-
like something smells fishy. I've watched both of these Viras. I've analyzed their play already. Something doesn't seem right. Something doesn't line up. And okay, it seems like something really didn't line up. Cat is the one to get that game right here, and immediately starting off with that pressure reset, or I guess neutral skip in that case.
And I think it's really interesting how well Cat was landing the command grabs in that last game. One of the fun things about mirror matches is you test your opponent on how well they know their own character, right? How well can you do it? How well can you deal with the stuff you're dealing out to opponents? And so far, Mistfinder has not jumped a single command grab.
Will hit that install super, however, and force the install on them themselves. And there's the medium DP coming out, pressing a button though. Actually recovered in time. Does not get the correct punish against that super either. One thing about install Vera that makes her also strong is that she relies on a lot of knowledge checks, or actually, at least she gains a lot of knowledge checks.
Yeah.
While she does become more plus on certain things, while she does get some pressure resets on certain things, while she does get like that scary hover that we've barely seen so far, it's all about those. It's all about those knowledge checks. When that super, you have to spot dodge that final hit. With the DP, you have to spot dodge the final hit, or it's going to be safe. But do these players know that?
So far, there haven't really been a lot of punishes on some of these specific Vera tools. You know, the 214L, what these players be using for knockdowns a lot, is punishable on block. Haven't really seen much of that. Like you said, didn't really see the spot dodges on the DPs or the supers. So maybe those mirror match knowledge checks are just not being quite filled in.
Okay. Mistfinder hoping to get something started right here, but Cat really liking those sweeps. And it's actually making them work a lot right here.
Got a command grab once again every single round. Cat being able to get into install so early is so useful for them.
Yeah, it's so good too because you don't have to use super to get the install. You can just get it for free because your opponent wasn't checking you.
Haven't seen any of the air dash. I'd like to see some of that to maybe catch Mistfinder slipping a little bit. Super connect, no combo, but now Mistfinder is in install. Cat has to be a little bit worried.
I'm actually surprised I'm not seeing as many reversals from Cat or Mistfinder at all recently. Like, you would think that they would be using a lot more often, but no, they're just holding on to it, holding this pressure, and you might not want to do that, especially with how strong Veer becomes in these install, where she can have so many pressure reset points to make you continue to hold her pressure. And fortunately, Misfire not able to see it through in the mirror. Cat proving to themselves and proving to everyone else that, hey, they're the stronger Vera, at least at the moment, and they will be moving on in the bracket through losers. And let's see how their losers run will turn out, as they will be facing off against Arkido. Yeah, it seems like seems like Arkido is going to be, or Arkido. I don't know how exactly to say that name. Arkido. Okay, good. I was right the first time. But yeah, Arkido versus Cat. It seems like this is going to be another losers match. We didn't see Arkido before, so I'm not too sure who exactly they play. But, when you don't know what character a certain player plays, that's one of the best parts.
It's always a surprise, right?
Yeah, you don't know what to
A
expect.
pleasant
That's a good thing.
surprise when you get into characters.
Maybe we'll see another Viramir. Who knows?
Listen, if there's two separate Viramirs in the same bracket, it's out of control.
Dude, I would go insane. I don't think
not-
I can do that.
I'm not complaining. Maybe one too many. Oh boy.
Controller issues.
Yeah, having some controller problems. The players kind of working through that. I'm sure we'll get into.
Yeah, I think we had some controller issues in the past game as well, that past set. I think it might have been Cat as well, so hopefully they do get that figured out.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of what Cat has on the VR. Right? You're talking about some of the things that she got an install towards the end of that last game, and we saw a great example of it when Cat finished that match off against Mistfinder. When she's an install, she can cancel the last hit of those M and H Darkane, not get the last hit, right?
So I should note that earlier we had this on PlayStation 5, and then someone said, don't you know PlayStation 5 has all this extra input lag? And we didn't have any other versions we could plug in, so I had my Steam Deck on me, and I said, will Steam Deck be alright? And they said yes. So the good news is now they don't have any more input lag. The bad news is that when you plug in new controllers in the Steam Deck dock, it can be kind of finicky like this unless you restart the game. So this should hopefully solve it. From now on, we'll just restart the game every time we have a new set.
All right, good to know.
Is that? Well, it looks like we got the answer for the character that Arkido is playing. Arkido rocking the Zoe, has their little dragon buddy on their side for a bit of emotional support and neutral support along with it.
And I don't know about you personally. I'm a fan of this matchup. Vera and the Zoe. I think it's quite nice. They both have some fairly similar sized pokes. Zoe relies a lot on like 5M and 2M in the mid range, but one thing that Vera has very well in the matchup is Zoe likes to back up when she's low on Dragon Meter and charge. Vera can call that out so well with 2-2U. Full screen projectile that appears almost immediately, get a free hit, and you can start some pressure very quickly.
And there's the command grab to get us started. Arkido, are you awake at the wheel? Are you watching for these command grabs? Cat is immediately making sure that they are. Super will connect as well. Arkido hanging on to their last legs right now. The super should be able to connect, right? No! Recovers in time or didn't press any button at all, blocking that super and able to take that so incredibly clean against Arkido. But, keep watching, because we saw earlier how Goomba Fang was able to quickly adapt after round 1 against Cat. And let's see if Arkido sees how Cat plays and immediately understands, immediately clicks in their head, this is exactly how Cat likes to play. They've presented all their tools. Now this is how I'm going to beat them. And Arkido getting some traction. There's some life being lost. Setting up the dragon, has Cat in the corner. Lost moves connecting and Cat not blocking any of them. This should be enough to kill Super at the end, just for good measure, and blast him with that laser. Sit back down on the ground. No command grabs here today, and Arkido takes a round, evening up here in game 1.
Oh yeah, and we saw the difference immediately. It was stark from round 1 to round 2. As soon as Arkido got off the defensive in that second round, it was all gas, and Cat could just not keep up.
Charges. Oh yeah, there you go. Get off of me. You can't punish Zoe for free when she's charging, because she can represent that option.
Yeah, she has the little invincible stab follow-up. Makes it very difficult to contest from like melee range when you're that close to it. So she can just, nope, get off of me, not having it. And Arkido using that, bumping Cat out, and then taking the rest of that round. But now, in game 2, Cat is starting off quick.
Send those lasers down. Send those laser beams out. Don't get near me. But Cat wants to get in anyways. Tries to go for a throw. Another throw whiff attempt. Runs in, and Arkido, yeah, get off of me. Stop getting close to me. I don't want to get command grab. No, thank you.
You look and see how frustrating Cat seems to be playing. They want to get in by any means necessary, holding forward at all times. And Arkido, after that first round, kind of realized that and said, okay, I know exactly how to stop you. I put the dragon down, set up the laser, will catch you slipping. If you're going to try and punish me charging, hit the invincibility, I'm in my zone.
I think Cat just needs to play a lot more patient. It's not all about pressing on the gas right now, right? You want to be holding back. Look for your opportunity, not just taking any opportunity, not forcing your opportunities, right?
Yeah. Back throw. Opportunity that was dropped into their arms, though. If they're able to get something going, but unfortunately no connection off the Raging Strike is a huge loss for Cat. Immediate reversal from Arkido to boot. And it's kind of a similar story to what we saw in the Cat versus Goomba matchup earlier. The first round was looking real quick as Cat applied offense right out the gate. And then their opponent adapted and said, all right, I'm going to tighten up. I'm going to lock down. I know how you want to come at me, and I'm going to stop it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we didn't see that same type of adaptation with Cat. Cat was but, you know, this is the second month of the game, so every player here has time to learn, time to get better. And, you know, Cat did make it into losers round 2, and that's definitely something to be happy about, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah, that will be the end of Cat's tournament run, because that was a losers match. And Arkido will be moving up to stay alive in the bracket, stay holding on to their final life. No more safety net, and you just have to win. You have to play your best if you want to be able to stay in this bracket. But right now, we're going to hop back up to winners as we watch Nobody versus RVA Joker. Joker, we know this player. If you saw them play BlazBlue, you know how incredibly strong of a player they are at BlazBlue. But it looks like they're taking a crack here at Granblue, another anime fighter. And, you know, skills are transferable. So I'm interested to see exactly how Joker tackles this game as opposed to how they play BlazBlue. I know they play Ragna and BlazBlue, so maybe they pick the Gran. I feel like that would be the correct choice, or well, not the correct choice, but the choice you'd expect from Joker.
Yeah, you got a pick of the litter of Shotos in this game, right? Obviously, Gran Jita right there. You got some of the slightly farther away, but still similar game plan kind of things, like Belial, Siegfried, some of those kind of guys, Catalina as well. So plenty of things to choose from, or, you know, completely different. Shoto player, not always a Shoto player.
Yeah, and you know what? Here we have Nobody on the avatar. Oh, we got a Beelzebub.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I like what I'm seeing here. Avatar Belial versus Beelzebub. Avatar Belial and Beelzebub, not really any specific. Well, they're definitely hard to say like exactly what kind of character they are because they have a lot of very strong tools, and nobody off to a pretty good start right here. Or is this a button check?
Button check. Yeah.
I was like, it looks a bit weird at the start, but then you saw nobody just running in doing some combos. I'm like, okay, maybe they are actually playing.
Yeah, both these characters super interesting to me. Avatar Belial is the definition of a glass cannon. Right? It's the lowest health in the game, as well as sacrificing his own HP to use his EX moves.
But he's also one of the most damaging characters in the game, right?
Yeah.
So that's leans into the glass cannon archetype as you were talking about. Because as long as you're confident that your combo can kill, and you're not going to send yourself back to neutral, hey, you can kill at half health, right? And do it no problem.
Beelzebub, on the other hand, kind of a mishmash of different tools. You saw a bunch of them here represented already. Has a DP, has the kind of Tatsu looking thing, has the Karma, which is that little orb that he puts up for some plus frames that are blockable if you use the ultimate version, as well as a command grab super. You thought I was going to take my turn normally? No.
That's crazy. I think that's the very first time I've seen that super used from a Beelzebub. Maybe I haven't played any good Beelzebubs, but I have never seen a Beelzebub use that super until now. Yeah, command grab super scary, and it's even more scary too because Beelzebub does have tools to suck you in. We saw that like gravitational pull pulls you in, and then now you gotta guess what is he going to do here.
Yep, the EX or the H Karma, that H Gravity Well, and the plus frames and the command grab super. Scary situation. RDVA Joker putting on the pressure in the corner, guard cancel out from the
Sweep will do it. Chop that feet, chop off those ankles. Don't come close to me, Beelzebub. Joker here using Beelzebub and his giant moves to keep Avatar Belial a little further away, a little like arms distance away. Stay away from me.
Unfortunately, though, not able to keep him out forever. And look at how much of Joker's health bar is gone. Command grab off the back of that interaction, and nobody is heating up. Command grab? We get combos off of it? You're dead. Thanks for playing.
Oh, yeah, that's way dead. And the funny thing is, too, like, nobody could have definitely made that combo last much longer, right?
Yeah, still had full meter, had 2 bravery points if I'm not mistaken. So much damage coming out of this Avatar Belial. Once he gets on you, oh, your life bar is in trouble.
We are using those full screen fireballs. That's another thing about Belial. Very big buttons, very big normals, can teleport around the screen, can suck you in, and can just throw out these huge projectiles, huge wall that forces you to respect them or forces an option out of you. So Beelzebub kind of just like what I've been explaining right now, controls you, makes you do what he wants to do, forces options out of you.
Yeah, with the different tools he has on his kit, he kind of is built to control the pace of the game. If he gets the space to do so, if you let him just kind of rotate his options as he wants, he will run away with it.
Oh,
But now DP?
that's a good punish off of that dive kick too, because remember, really the best way to punish that dive kick is if you anti-air it, and anti-airing it with a DP like that is going to be your best option. And that's enough. Yeah, that's enough to kill.
Oh, not even the cinematic needed. Nobody was looking strong right there.
You're just
Anti-air
skipping
DX
straight to the next fight.
went right into it.
But yeah, as I was talking about the dive kick, if you don't anti-air it, like as we're seeing right here, nobody's doing a great job at anti-airing it. If you don't anti-air it, then if you block his dive kick, he's actually plus.
Yep. his turn. That's a super reliable way for Bubs to get his turn started. Teleports.
This is-
catches the spot dodge.
And you can see that nobody's doing a lot of these spot dodges because, as I said before, Joker using Beelzebub to control space, control nobody, force options out of him, throwing these full screen projectiles, right? And nobody responding with a spot dodge, allowing Joker to make his way in for free, basically.
That last interaction was kind of insane. Nobody was trying to hard read Joker's soul. Run up, Avatar Belial's SSBA is a command grab. Tried to run up and scoop him. Joker was aware. Jump back, super O, and take that run. Very nice.
Dash L will connect. Here's another Avatar Belial combo coming out for your viewing pleasure. But Joker going to stop that one earlier. Put a nail in its head.
Sword dive. Send out the super.
I don't think he's
Cash
enough
it
to
on
kill.
him. Oh, this is just SBA. Is
Oh no, it is.
Oh,
You're
we're
right.
good. We're good.
I completely forgot. I didn't see that. I didn't see the one bravery point remaining.
Yeah, once you get, I believe, 2 bravery points, you take normal damage. 1, you take increase. 0, you take a lot more.
Yeah, is that 1, you take a 20% increase, and which is already big on its own, right? But then when you have 0 bravery points, 50% damage increase. That is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, and I mean, it makes the risk of using the tools that are attached to bravery points worth the reward, right? You guard cancel incredibly strong mechanic, but you spend it, you're down a bravery point. That can come back to bite you.
Here's the super coming out yet again. I think this will connect. Yes, it
Yeah.
will. We're going straight into a cinematic. Get stabbed with those knives. Use the red, black orb being crushed. Get your soul crushed by the Avatar Belial, but Avatar Belial crushing their own health away, draining it all. And Joker just needed a single dive kick coming right down, cracking his skull open, and taking that set 2-1, moving up.
Hey, what's the best answer to a dive kick? Another dive kick. Joker just jump back, EX dive kick, sniping out.
It works
Nobody's.
every time.
We got the winners semis coming up. Zerom on the Charlotta and Mr. Dingle on the other side. And the Catalina?
Yeah, jumping straight into top 8 on winner's side, Mr. Dingle, Catalina. I'm actually kind of surprised too because normally people haven't been saying well, as of now, people haven't been really rating Catalina super highly. They think she's not super great in this version, but I think what's so great about Granblue at the moment is that it feels like any character can win in this game. It doesn't feel just completely one-sided, even with the strongest of top tiers, where they do have so many different options. It doesn't feel like it's not a complete loss when you fight them, right?
Yeah, the balance generally pretty solid. Even the characters that are considered not quite as good are seen in top 8s fairly often.
So I have to
Catalina,
add,
very well.
I have to add something. It is very confusing. There's a character named Charlotta when Catalina looks so much like Charlotte from Samurai Showdown, even fights like Charlotte from Samurai Showdown, that I almost call her Charlotte, even though there's already a Charlotta in the game.
That is true.
Some of her moves
got-
look like Charlotte's too.
They both got swords. They're both blonde. Except one's small, one's tall.
Well, think about it. Her fireball-looking move kind of looks like Charlotte's Tatsu slash move.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about, like
Yeah.
the sword.
Yeah, where she
No,
does
when
like a big sword poke rather than like the triangle slash. She also
You know
has
what
the
I
same
think
DP
of?
as Charlotte as well.
You know what I think of when I think of Catalina? So, are you familiar with Guilty Gear and Under Night?
Yes.
I think whenever I see Catalina, I'm like, it's if Kai and Orie had a baby.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
that's Catalina.
She does have some Kai in her, but I always think Charlotte because of that move, because Charlotte has like a strike version of it.
Both rocking the rapiers. Button check. Finished. Alright, it's time.
Now, I don't know if I don't know how familiar you are with Granblue, but Charlotta right here, Charlotta is what we call a silverback. We're watching,
Oh yeah.
it's a nature documentary right now. We're watching Charlotta in her natural habitat.
I keep thinking about Yoda from Soul Calibur 4.
Kinda. I mean, Charlotta is jumping all over the place. They really said, what if we gave Ihan a demon flip? And kind of what you get with Charlotta. She's, like you said, silverback. She is all over you, and you give her one opportunity to get in there, it could be rough.
Okay, we're just waiting here right now. Oh, actually trying to go for a sneaky parry right there. And just rushing right in. Here's the mix coming in. Honestly, the last thing you'd probably expect from a character like Charlotta, a character of this stature, is you'd expect her to be like Cammy. But that's exactly what she is. She's Cammy from Street Fighter, but like amplified.
Yeah, we saw already there how stifling this pressure can be. Has access to a number of plus frames with those rapid slashes, the EX and the mediums, both I believe plus on block. Able to gap close very quickly with the ball right there, and it puts up an awful situation afterwards. Gotta guess on the deep flip.
Bro, get to the other side of me. Here's another throw. Get back to the other side, just tossing Mr. Dingle all the way around the screen. You gotta tech at least one of these. And Mr. Dingle, one hit will do it, and one hit will do it. Zerom taking that game very cleanly, actually. And one thing I want to note about Zerom's play at the moment is that you're seeing a lot of just bot dodges in neutral. Those are not random, keep in mind. Zerom is using those spot dodges to avoid two of Catalina's best options in neutral. Her little, I guess, advancing slash, like her advancing poke,
Yep.
and her fireball. Those are the two options that Zerom is looking out for. And if you spot dodge any of them, you can get a free punish afterwards. So those are not just, I'm pressing spot dodge for the hell of it. Zerom knows exactly how to play this matchup, knows exactly what Catalina should be doing in neutral, and using the options to properly avoid it. And you'll notice that, like, at the end of those rounds, Zerom started using it less because Mr. Dingle wasn't representing those options just as much. So Zerom here was adapting to the play over time.
Yeah. Like you mentioned, the 2-on-4 series from Catalina, the Enchanted Lands, so good at getting in and so difficult to punish if you're not actively spot dodging it.
We are just shimming around the screen. These sweeps are doing a lot of work for Zerom right now. It looks to be very small pokes, but in reality, they're a lot bigger than you might think. Here's the wall bounce for the extra damage, ending it with a super. This will take a bravery point away from Mr. Dingle. What's the mix-up? There's the command grab coming out and a combo right afterwards. I told you that this was Cammy but amplified. Getting a combo right after that command grab, insane.
Yeah, that first interaction leading to 50% and a demon flip setup on the other side of it. Zerom is running over Mr. Dingle. In the play that we've come to expect from Zerom, right?
And see, look, I was pointing out those spot dodges, right? And see how they're working? They're completely avoiding the fireballs. They're completely avoiding the enchanted lances. And it's just doing such a great job at shutting down Mr. Dingle, not only in when she's in her pressure, but also when they're in neutral. Just keeping Mr. Dingle from doing anything, it feels like. And Mr. Dingle is making some things work, but getting some small hits, but not able to convert into a lot, especially without that corner advantage. Yeah, you're going to have to guard cancel that, or you're going to die. Ultimate skill, trying to neutral skip right here. Zerom gets the cross up into the low, sniping Mr. Dingle's feet. Mr. Dingle not blocking at that moment as Zerom takes it 2-0 to move on to winners finals, securing their spot up in the top.
As soon as Zerom landed that ultimate ball after the guard cancel, it was lights out for Mr. Dingle. Once you're at that 0 HP threshold and you're 1 round away from losing the set, unless you have the most insane clutch factor in your back pocket, it is so monumentally difficult to come back from that.
You just have to play perfect. And Charlotta Silverback, right? Charlotta can just spam her moves to force chips really easily and safely as well. So yeah, exactly. You just have to play it so perfectly to a point where, especially against a character or against a player as strong as Zerum as we just watched here, it's really, really hard to stage a comeback at that point. But that will not be the last time we see Mr. Dingle, as Mr. Dingle is being sent out to losers. As I said before, when you're in winners, you still have that safety net. You still have that one more life that you can use to your advantage and make it further into the bracket than you would have otherwise. But before we watch Mr. Dingle's losers run, which I would assume would be quite good, yet to watch Joker versus Disgaea versus Karme Disgaea. You know, I just noticed, or Kanmei. I just noticed I kept calling Disgaea Kanmei before, but that's literally their team name. So my bad.
Yeah. All good. All good.
Shout outs to Kanmei Studios. We love you, Siam.
Yeah. Shout out.
But here we have it. Beelzebub versus UL. What do you think about this matchup?
Bubs has some decent tools to try and keep her out. It has the fireball game that can interrupt some of the advancing moves, some of the backflips that UL will try to go for, with the exception of the EX one, as I believe that one is invincible. And once UL gets kind of past that first layer of neutral from Bubs, it might be kind of rough. But she will maul you once she gets in. And Bubs' defense is not the best. His DP is on the slower side of things, so it's a little bit easier to bait than others. And against a character that's going to be all in your face all the time, that is potentially detrimental.
Well, we will see exactly how that turns out. Joker doing a good job at keeping keeping Disgaea locked out right now, but Disgaea will get in eventually. There you will, after all. And Joker just going to go for a DP. Get off of me, throws out those fireballs, tries to go for a dive kick, but going right over Disgaea, brushing that hair a bit. Wasn't the win, it was just the win. Come back in, and Disgaea just willing to press right there, getting a small combo. I think they might have missed that conversion in the middle right there, that link, but still keeping up this pressure right here. This combo should be enough. Yes, it will. Disgaea doing it a little messy. It was a little messy round, but they were able to sneak the win by anyways.
I'm really impressed with Disgaea mashed on the first EX Karma from Joker. As soon as that Vortex came out, mashed on it, plus frames, and was correct. Joker not enforcing that. Has to represent that, I have my plus frames, I'm going to take advantage of them, make them respect it first, and then go for the fun stuff. Disgaea builds some space away from the corner, but Joker's just as easily forced them back in. As I say that, bust out from Disgaea, and they're taking them all the way across.
Use those plus frames, and Disgaea not paying attention right there. Pressing on those plus frames. What are you doing? This is how you give Joker the comeback, and a comeback Joker will get. Combo ending it with super explode you, disintegrate you, and now the rounds are even up. We are down to the final round here in game 1.
Hell, I love Bubs' super. That dude just pulls Jupiter out of his back pocket and dunks it on you. That's crazy.
Death
He's
Ball.
the boss character, right?
Yeah, he's the boss character. So of course
he feels like a boss character.
Of course he'd have Death Ball. He's the boss character. All boss characters have Death Ball.
That's facts. Right now, it's looking like he's closer to death than this UL is. Super's gonna put on a bunch of hurt to Joker, leave them about 30% HP. This round is looking tough.
Joker does have some mirror at their disposal, however, so like an SBA, a super SBA, will do a lot of damage, but they need to get that hit first, and they're just going to go straight into it. Here's the super Skybound art coming out. Here we have it, taking Jupiter out of his back pocket. Here you go, dunking it on them, and that's going to bring Disgaea all the way down to one single bravery point, and we'll be taking that increased damage as a result.
Yeah, I love the choice from Joker as well to just go 2 buttons into super. Keep it simple, very short combo to maximize the damage on that SSBA. Make sure the scaling is as low as possible. Bring this health back down almost to parity.
Oh, what an option. Ultimate skill fire, using that ultimate skill projectile fireball, making a wall instantaneously, right? Because like the other ones don't really linger as much as that ultimate skill. So that was a really, really smart option from Joker to use at that moment. It looks like we're going back to the character select. Disgaea pulling out their pocket. Charlotta, just like Beelzebub, has the Jupiter in their pocket. Disgaea here has a small silverback gorilla in their back pocket as well. Let's see if Disgaea can make this character work against Beelzebub. A very different matchup too. Charlotta is a fast character, but fast in a different way.
Yeah, this guy has got the whole menagerie in their back pocket. Got the fox for the first, or got the fox out front. Got the gorilla in the back. It's kind of crazy. Frames on the medium slice, but Joker is not perturbed. Immediate anti-air, and the pressure has reversed in an instant.
This guy pulling out some more tricks though. Oh, just running right into Joker's embrace. Come to me. You're just doing the work for me.
They're doing a good job of fighting their way out of the corner though. Finally able to get Joker back to the other side. He said, I took you here once before. We're coming back. There's a nice spot. I want to show you.
What a jump in that corner though to get out. Very, very smart option. Pulls Disgaea right back in, but Disgaea not cracking. Super coming out, and this will connect with Joker. Oh no, sorry. This will not connect, and Joker will be falling down to punish it. Sorry, I had a bit of like a lag spike right there, so I wasn't exactly what happened there. I might be having lag spikes, but the players will not. You know, it is a local, so got the good connection. No delay in your inputs. Tries to slide in, tries to go for these neutral skips, but Joker doing a good job at keeping this guy at bay.
Joker's been representing that jump back on defense to such great effect around the Beelzebub. Super strong option for a couple of reasons. First being that JU that we saw right there, an amazingly disjointed jump in. Second being that dive kick, able to change up the air momentum and get out of dodge. Get some plus frames even if you get them to block.
Those dive kicks right in your face. Disgaea looking really low life, but this should be enough to kill. Super Skybound art will connect. That's what makes the end game of Granblue so hard. No, it will not be enough.
Not quite. Ultimate Karma dodged out. Disgaea knows and caught Joker jumping. The knowledge check passed. The reaction check passed. Disgaea taking that round.
You never know. You never know. And it's even worse too because the bravery points are a bit like locked out of behind the scoreboard. So it makes it even harder. Like, will it kill? Like, hides the bravery points. Okay, now you gotta guess.
It's almost. Is it there? Is it there? We don't know.
Like, do I have 1 bravery point? Do I have 2 bravery points? You'll never know.
And you have a chunk of your health bar disappearing if you're Disgaea. Counter hit 2H from Joker is a punk. Air throw as well to keep them in the corner, but such a good rollout.
Oh, and actually going to block that jump in, or that jump in the corner this time around and actually being able to punish properly after that, bringing the life down to a good amount for this guy, an amount that they feel comfortable with. That jump out from this guy to punish Joker's jump out was so effective. What an option.
EX cartwheel to seal out the round as well. Ties us up 1-1. This guy has switched to the Charlotta. Putting in some work against Joker's Bubs.
Yeah, that's one thing for sure, that this Charlotta is starting to do some work. This guy pulling out this character from their pocket, Joker not expecting it at all. And this guy is doing such a great job at just keeping Joker from doing what they want to do at this given moment. DPing out, keeping this pressure going. Oh wow, that anti-air hit at the max distance from Joker. Joker knew the range of it and it properly. Gravity well, get in my face. Here's the super coming in, and that is a round taken for Joker. Still in the green, still over 50% life. That's not something he could have said for those previous rounds.
And we're seeing so often one of the big changes in the matchup. You know, Disgaea, as much as we praised the Charlotta switch, has been kind of falling trap to one of the main Charlotta, game plan, like flowchart things, where Charlotta players love to take to the air. Bubs, on the other hand, has one of the best anti-airs in the game, and we've seen it constantly be counter-hitting Disgaea out of the air. Kind of, maybe the autopilot from the Charlotta is, it's working a decent amount of the time, but some of the times his punishes are tough.
Yeah, as you said, this guy is probably going to have to mix it up a bit more often. But you gotta still represent it, right? Because Joker can get easily out, just as you saw like that with that dive kick. And now we're in our final game, final round between these players. So this guy is definitely making the adjustments they need to make, and Joker is also making the proper adjustments. Get in my face, DPing out. This guy does not want any of it. I do not want to guess in your face. I'm just going to get out, keep my pressure going, get you into the corner. Oh no, this is really bad because Joker can get something started, but not if you get another DP in the face. Look at me. Does it look like I want to hold pressure?
Guard cancel out, H Karma, but the reversal from this guy
doesn't look like I want to hold pressure.
Joker representing that jump back JU once again, getting a hit, but this guy is not phased. They keep forcing their way in.
This is going to be huge.
Yeah, M Karma hits, not quite enough to kill, but it puts this guy on a pixel of life. Any hit should do it.
For either players too, right? Because this guy, if they get a solid combo from any distance, they can go into super skybound art. But Joker able to keep their composure, keep that fortress wall, and keep Disgaea out of winners finals. Joker will be moving on to face off against Zerom, getting a bit of a warm-up with this guy, right? Getting a warm-up with that Charlotta to face off against Zerom's Charlotta in winners finals. So I'm going to be really interested to see exactly how comfortable Joker is now.
It goes both ways though, a little bit, right? Joker certainly warmed up against the Charlotta from having to fight this guy in 2 separate games, but Zerom as well, getting that opportunity to be kicking back and see how Joker likes to respond to Charlotta on the other side. Build some of that strategy against Joker's, in particular's Bubs.
And Zerom is no slouch. So even if you got that matchup knowledge from Disgaea, Zerom was able to very convincingly, very confidently take a 2-0 over Mr. Dingle. It felt like Mr. Dingle could not do anything. And Mr. Dingle made it into top 8, right? So they made it into top 8 and they just got out into losers that fast. Zerom is definitely a force to be reckoned with. and a very strong player. As we said before, like even before the bracket even started, we noted Zerom as a strong player that we have to be looking out for. And Zerom is definitely making waves. Joker is definitely making waves. And winners finals is going to be a treat as we are getting right into getting our controllers set up. Joker versus Zerom.
One of the lovely things about PC ports, controllers always work as they're supposed to, right? Take a nice little break in between games. You gotta restart the game. Did it plug in? Did it work? Are we good? Are we? I don't know. Maybe we reset the game again.
We got our 4 controllers. We got the keyboard, the mouse, 2 arcade sticks. That's always kind of funny. Steam, what he decides is a controller for like a fighting game is always funny because like sometimes it only detects your arcade stick. Sometimes it doesn't detect your arcade stick at all. Sometimes it detects your keyboard and your mouse. And sometimes it only detects your keyboard and your mouse. And because your keyboard and mouse are taking up like the first 2 controller slots, it doesn't allow anymore. It's really, really weird and can be really, really dumb.
As much, yeah, you know, I love running events on PCs. Events running on PCs are phenomenal, but sometimes
They can get some unnecessary headache,
sometimes
right?
the console reliability is nice. Is nice.
Yeah, much more streamlined that way. But you know, hey, at least they don't need converters that will get lost and damaged and stuff like that.
That's true. One of the current pains of offline tournaments, the transition from last gen hardware to like the PS5 gen hardware.
Oh my gosh, you're so
Having to have
right.
converters for all the games. Oh, are we running the PS5 version on the PS5? Or are we running the PS4 version on the PS5?
Man, I hate that I have to even say that as a sentence. PS4 version on the PS5.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that makes me barf in my mouth.
Hopefully one day fighting game devs figure out the input delay problems. There's been a number of titles released recently that have the PS5 version has more input delay than the PS4 version on PS5.
Yeah, I wonder why exactly that's the case. I wonder if they like buff the graphic fidelity so much more that it runs worse. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Either way, we're getting
Doesn't matter.
into it. The intros have played. Joker and Zerom are ready to rumble. Zerom drawing that first blood with that dash M to get that knockdown and going to bait out that DP as well. Doesn't get a full punish. And we're just going to be sent back to neutral right here. Joker sending out some projectiles, pulling Zerom into him to get a full combo here in mid-screen. And Zerom is not going to take that sitting down. Run up, dash L immediately afterwards. Here's the parry on the dive kick. And that's going to be a really, really strong option for Zerom right here at Charlotta. Just parrying the dive kick, not having to worry about timing your DPs, timing your anti-airs. You can just parry it and immediately get a good, solid punish on those dive kicks.
Yeah, it's something that we didn't really see Disgaea represent in the last match, right? Something the Joker might not be looking out for as much. SSBA dodged! And Zerom taking first round.
You know, the more you learn, I did not know you could spot dodge the full screen supers like that.
Yes, that super, if you block it, it'll push you back too far to punish it. You have to spot dodge it. Some of the interesting knowledge checks in this game, right? With the spot dodging versus blocking, what do I have to do which for?
Yeah,
These things
Beelzebub definitely has those knowledge checks in spades.
Oh yeah. The super got ultimate karma. Bunch of different things. Speaking of karma, M Karma putting in work for Joker twice now has caught Zerom doing something in neutral, led to a full combo. Joker is in the corner now and is taking a beating, and Zerom has full meter.
Oh my gosh, that was so tricky. Jumps up, tries empty jump into another empty jump, command grab. Joker is going to eat that damage.
Oh man. Zerom keeping the meter on that first hit, saving it for the reset, knowing this hit's not going to kill, but that next one absolutely will. said, empty jump into demon flip command grab, sealed that one out, and we're starting off the dash H counter hit for 30%.
Like, he's like, I recognize you, Joker, that you know how to play against Charlotta. So I'm just going to do something extra crazy. I'm going to go straight for like this layer 4-5 mix up that you're not going to expect, and it's going to work. And I love that confidence right here. Raging Chain, extend that combo. Is this enough to kill? It's going to be a lot of damage, and it will. Zerom carrying it all the way to the corner and still had more in the tank to continue laying on that damage on a Joker. That was so much, and this counter hit is going to do a lot as well, but not if Zerom is not able to fully commit afterwards. Still going to get a combo off of this, punishing the teleport from Joker. Here's the dash M. You gotta be blocking low.
Zerom starting off in a good way. Ultimate Chaos Caliber hitting, but Zeron is back in. Loves to throw Joker back into the mid-screen. Probably to get some of those demon flip setups. Just cross up, some mixture there. Pressure starting. Guard cancel baited. Back to Joker.
Yeah, I feel like Zerom would be pretty comfortable with sending Joker back to mid-screen, right? Because you said earlier, like, the demon flip setups, right? The cross-up, the lows, highs. There's, like, more mix in the middle of the screen, more ways for Charlotta to change up what you expect from her, like her pressure. But and Charlotta also has great corner carry. So even if they hit a combo in the mid screen, they can just bring you to the corner like that and finish off their combo in a big way. But this is going to be really exciting as Joker pulling out a Eustace, has the Catboy with a gun in their back pocket. Hey, I have a pocket main too, and they're just going to use it right now. I'm not too sure about the pick though. Maybe Joker's not comfortable with Beelzebub all too much, but they did play 2 games against Zerom with Beelzebub, so they do have that adaptation with that character already. Now we have a different character matchup that he's going to have to adjust to. So, but maybe like Joker's using it as like a last-ditch effort. They want to be able to squeeze a win in winners finals some way or another, and hoping that this character can do it. But Zerom is not letting him have it, just staying on him like glue, like a magnet, rushing him down, sticking on him like Velcro, and will not be pulled off. There's the throw coming out. Zerom has a round on deck and is on set point. One more round will do it for Zerom in order to take the win here in winners finals.
Zerom has just been putting the foot on Joker and not letting up. He's seen, especially come out since the Eustace switch, been going for a lot of shimmies, and Joker has been biting. A couple times in that last round, it paid off dividends for Zerom. And doesn't really look like they're phased by the Eustace pick a whole lot. They're just as collected, just as in control as they were before.
Oh, there it is, the punish on that laser move. There's the cross up. There's the overhead coming out. Going to spot dodge that overhead, but is not going to avoid that throw. And with that, Zerom will be moving on to grand finals. A 3-0, a clean sweep. Zerom with yet to lose a single game here in this tournament. It's all 2-0s. It's all 3-0s. Can they finish off grand finals with another one? Can they have a perfect tournament record here tonight? That is what we'll have to wait and see. Joker going back to losers and hoping to get another chance, another opportunity to take a crack at Zerom, take a crack at taking that tiny girl's crown away, and hoping to take the win tonight.
Yeah, that was so clean from Zerom. The first time that we saw Joker represent that scatter shot follow-up, immediately had the punish, jump over, punish that one out. Like you said, quick 3-0. As far as I'm aware, has yet to drop a game.
Well, it wasn't quite the first time they used a scatter shot, because Joker represented the scatter shot once, but it was just that one time where Zerom was like, click, something clicked in his head. Is like,
yeah,
I know exactly what to do. I'm looking out for this option now because you finally represented this as an option. Now I'm going to be looking out for it. And when he saw the moment that Joker used that scatter shot, he's like, I'm ready for this punish. I'm jumping up and getting this air-to-air combo, fully converting off of it. It's like the same way where if you play Guilty Gear Strive, right? The Anji fans. It's kind of the same mindset.
Definitely. Going down into losers finals now. A couple faces that we've seen before. Disgaea starting off with the Charlotta, not even bothering with the Yule against Mr. Dingle's Catalina.
Yeah, I wonder why exactly Disgaea is not as comfortable with UL in this matchup against Catalina, or if Disgaea is just feeling more comfortable with Charlotta after their performance against Joker earlier. But either way, we have ourselves a Charlotta versus Catalina. This is going to be a quick button check real quick, make sure all our configurations are correct. And, you don't want any misinputs. You don't want any bad mapping, as we saw earlier in this bracket, because that's the last thing you want. You don't want to lose because you failed to press a button at a certain point. So, and it looks like, that button check was successful in finding out a mistake in their button placements, it seems like, from Mr. Dingle. Just going to give it a rundown, a check real quick. Charlotta versus Catalina. What do you think? What do you think of this matchup in particular? I know I've been asking you a lot, but I think this one's going to be a little more straightforward than the one we saw earlier.
Yeah, I think Disgaea immediately went to the Charlotta as opposed to the Yule for one main reason being that Yule's mid-range, Yule kind of relies on her mid-range to get her pressure started, right? A lot of the sequences that we've seen before from both Disgaea and Vicky Viper started off with like far M with punish into something else. And against Catalina, who has such great buttons at that mid-range, it's a lot more difficult to get those kinds of openings. But Disgaea said, all right, you know what? I'm going to forget that game plan a little bit, and I'm just going to make the most of it when I'm in. Get a character that once I'm in, I will be on you like white on rice. And let Mr. Dingle have it.
I wonder if that's also why this guy switched to Charlotte against Beelzebub. Now that you mention it, where that mid range is so important for UL, and Beelzebub has such large buttons that it felt like, I don't know, maybe to Disgaea that that he couldn't get in as UL, and instead just opted for the Charlotta for those easier approaches, and it did end up working out for him in that regard. So maybe it will work out for them right here against Mr. Dingle. And also one thing I want to note too is that I just forgot about it until I saw it just happen in that button check. Charlotta's small, and Mr. Dingle has these fireballs like that go up so high. This guy can literally just low profile these if he wanted to.
I was thinking about that, and I wasn't totally sure if they were spot dodges or just Charlotta being short, so I didn't bother touching on it.
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's rolls. It's rolls and spots.
Okay.
Not quite as ridiculous as we were thinking. That would have been
problematic. Maybe the crown does have a hurt box. maybe that's why the crown's so high.
That's true. I've seen Charlotta get instant overheaded. That crown would be kind of tall.
She should just take off that crown and become like top one.
True.
It'd be like Neko Arc all over again. Except Neko Arc, but like a good character.
but like a real character.
Nice, a spot dodge, and there we go. Disgaea throw will do it to take that around. One round already up for Disgaea. Good, strong start, it seems. Just slowly pushing each other back right now. Strong pokes for Mr. Dingle right now, utilizing those big normals to their advantage.
Disgaea is totally fine with giving up almost an entire screen's worth of space, walked themselves all the way back down to the corner, and they're like, yeah, this is totally fine. I'm just going to wait till a gap in your pressure, I'm going to jump out, and I'll take this corner for myself. Thank you very much.
I wonder if Disgaea's not super scared because Mr. Dingle isn't really putting on any real mix onto this guy right now. So this guy is just content with just sitting back, watching him do his thing, and it's like, okay, you know what? I know when exactly your pressure is going to end, so I'm just going to get out of here and do my own thing, which is a lot harder to deal with than what Catalina can do.
Game 1 already going to Disgaea, showing they got what it takes. But great start from Mr. Dingle, though, anti-airing the Demon Flip of 5-8. Good to represent that.
Overhead will connect. There's a guard cancel coming out from Mr. Dingle. Does not want to hold that any longer. And to his credit, I fully understand. Rolling through that enchanted lance. No punish, though. Recovered a bit too quickly.
And Mr. Dingle, so far in the second game, doing a great job of keeping Charlotta at arm's length. Exactly where you want to keep this little goblin. Punish on the 5U, and a throw bait as well is going to be huge damage for Disgaea. UDP combo, not quite it though.
This is where the block button comes in, right? Those really ambiguous cross-ups that characters like Ladiva, characters like Charlotta have, it becomes into use.
Oh my goodness.
How dare you? You're sticking out a part.
Tried to anti-air.
There's like you're sticking out a part of your body with your weapon. Just coming down right on top of it, breaking your bones. And now you're in the corner against Charlotta. We've seen this situation many times before. Going right under, running right under, like, okay, you're going to jump over me. I'm going to just, you know, swap sides real quick. And this guy has a game. Yeah.
Second game already from Disgaea. We're seeing, you know, sparks of brilliance from Mr. Dingle, where they were slowing the pace of the match down, keeping Disgaea at arm's length, and making sure that they weren't getting mauled. But when they got hits, the confirms were not that huge. There were just a couple hits here and there, you know, a tit for tat, not a full combo at any of those conversions, and Disgaea was totally fine with taking them.
This is losers semi-finals, so Mr. Dingle definitely has done a ton of work to get up to this point. It's just going to be really tough because, yeah, like losing 2-0 like that in the losing 2-0 consecutively to get knocked out of bracket is never a good feeling.
Yeah, having to fight Charlotta and winners from Zerom. Oh, cool. I got Disgaea and losers. I'll get the Yule matchup. Ah, it's Charlotta again.
It might just be like Mr. Dingle maybe struggles with that Charlotta matchup, and this is something to work out. But yeah, 2-0 to lose in winners, and then immediately 2-0 in losers. Yeah, no, that's not fun. But it is what it is, and we're gonna have plenty of time to learn how to play against the character, to learn how to play your character a little bit better. I know I struggle with that Charlotta matchup a ton as well. Very, very tough because it's such a huge mental stack because Charlotta has so many options she can do to you. But yeah, Disgaea moving on, going to be facing Joker in losers finals. Have these players played before already? Yes, they have. Yeah, that's right. They played in winners semis earlier, and Joker beat Disgaea 2-1 to go to winners. So winners finals. So this will be the run back. Disgaea has worked hard to get to this point, and we're also going to have a first to three because it is losers finals. So Disgaea is going to maybe have more time to adapt. They have the knowledge they have from the previous set. Couple that with a first to three setting right here, and Disgaea is going to lock into UL instead of Charlotta. Interesting, because I know that Disgaea swapped off of that UL after that very first game loss. So it's interesting to see them go back to the UL instead of staying on the Charlotta, which was actually doing quite well to actually take Joker to that final game, final round moment. And I'm wondering if Disgaea is maybe believing in the UL a bit more. I mean, UL does seem to be their main character, but that Charlotta pick was just so effective that I'm not too sure exactly how this is going to turn out for Disgaea.
Yeah, was gonna touch on that as well. Is we saw this guy switch off of this to pretty decent effect in winner semis. I'm not totally sure what the decision to go back to it is, since Charlotte was working decently. Maybe just, you know, didn't work well enough. So why not go back?
Or maybe this guy just believes in it, and now you got that Joker, you got the Beelzebub in the corner, but that dive kick plus frames is going to stop all your momentum. Raging Chain, get that full mid screen damage. And we are back to neutral, get sucked right back in. Come to me. And
Wow.
Joker has that round taken so cleanly from Disgaea. Now we're back in neutral yet again. Disgaea is playing UL, and UL is really fast, really slippery here in neutral. But getting around Joker's big buttons, big moves is going to be really tough. DPing straight through it, does not want to hold it, but Joker giving them a DP of his own. Neither player want to hold either of their other characters' pressure.
Jump L anti-aired in a massive way from this guy. Spend some meter, take him all the way to the corner, and Joker is trying desperately to get away from this guy to build some space. For a while it wasn't working. They finally got something.
And Joker zoning out this guy for so long, just teleports right in your face like, okay, I'm here. You're going to have to deal with this. Oh, I think they might have dropped that combo there, or if it was a reset. But anyways, this guy is still looking good, keeping that under wraps and taking a round with their UL. So maybe they are a little more confident in this UL pick. Round start, counter hit, anti-air into a full conversion into the combo, into the corner, and now Joker is really not looking too great. 50% of their life gone already.
Yeah, look at that chunk just from one interaction. Clash with the Chaos Caliber, but no dice for Disgaea. Tried to get in. I have to try a little bit harder than that. This Joker's successfully weathered the storm for the time being.
Teleports in this guy's face yet again. You gotta hold this. Tries to go for another jump L, but this guy going to run right under the, giving this guy a free way out of pressure, a get out of jail free card, if you will. But will be eating another dive kick from the corner. It seems to be a really good option for Joker right now. You know, JU and also jump back dive kick, because you're so plus afterwards. And this guy not doing a great job at properly countering these dive kicks before they land. Sorry, tripped over my words right there.
This damage from Joker is tripping Disgaea up as well. As, look at the health bar. No health remaining. 1-2M will do it. Joker
taking game one, but it came down so close. It really did come down to the wire right there. Disgaea is doing a much better job using UL to break down a Joker's game plan, break down Joker's pressure, and that's really good. But Disgaea not able to close it out. Maybe they can close it out in the future though, with how they're playing.
Yeah, good bait on Joker's reaction attempt at an anti-air. Punish a little bit, no full conversion. Joker able to get the ultimate karma, but unfortunately cannot find the following interactions. Just get stuffed in the corner, spend the brave point, and get it right back. Immediate shimmy from Disgaea as well. Catching Joker. I had to check him once, you know, see what are they gonna do? They're gonna walk back and forth a little bit. They're gonna stand still. Nope. Tactile throw. Disgaea taking the first round.
There's that huge anti-air coming out. Disgaea though is bringing Joker to the corner, as we keep seeing. Throw.
Stance M is putting the pressure on Joker, making him want to reversal, but Disgaea
Dead?
keeping it tight. Could it be?
Potentially. Yes, it will. Like, okay, I'm not this bad at guessing if it kills or not, am I? Well, okay.
Every
Just
time,
yeah.
every time it's an SSBA, I'm like, oh, it's surely gonna kill. Regular supers, I don't know. I'm like 50-50 on them.
Especially when they're already at like 3 bravery points, right? So like there's no damage buff.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be enough. It looked like it was barely enough. Joker getting a hit with the fully charged needles, but no convert.
What a spot dodge coming out from Joker right there. And that spot dodge is putting in so much mileage. The command grab super into the cinematic. It's so cool. It's so flashy. Exploding this guy into an explosion of ink on the screen. Joker takes a round. JU coming down, falling down. And this guy utilizing spot dodges of their own to try and get past Joker's big moves, and it is working in their favor. Here's a throw coming out, going for a bunch of flip kicks. Joker just choosing to hold on to it, and another very smart spot dodges. These spot dodges are going to be really, really strong to utilize to your advantage.
It work here, and similar sequence that we've been seeing many a time. This guy cashing out, spinning the bravery point, getting one back, and getting a quick 40% return on it as well. With the H Karma, this guy pressing a button. That one has a hitbox. It's not just a suck. It's alright. This guy getting out of the situation, finding a reversal of fortune for themselves. SSBA dodged.
Yeah, just like that. Just because your thing is full screen does not mean I can dodge it from full screen. And this guy will be taking another round, potentially taking another game from Joker. This could be huge for Disgaea, right? This could be a huge momentum shift in their favor.
Yeah, very tight in this game too. Or game 3, excuse me. In this game 3, you have quite a large momentum swing in the set. The next one, you're hanging out. You're like, I just gotta win one more, and the other person has a much larger hill to climb to get that set.
Yeah, I can say Disgaea has proven me wrong thus far. That the UL was the right pick.
But they work with it. Making sure Joker is hurting, has to guard Kensel to get this Fox on.
But I don't want to speak too soon because we are on round 3 of this game 3. So a single super like what Joker does right there will be enough to give a Joker that game instead. Hand it over, pulling in that game win just like he pulls in Disgaea from full screen. M Karma, doing work. Joker just needs one more game to face off against Zerom yet again in grand finals. Get another shot at the Charlotta, but this UL is not giving him an easy time.
No, not at all. This guy made that last one very, very tough. Joker is already kind of hurting in this first round of game 3, but again, H Karma catches this guy pressing so often, does not expect that hit. He's looking for Joker to maybe go for that command grab, but right in there, he's taking that frame drop.
Another throw. We're going to see another throw. We will, but it will be tech this time. Joker can react to it. I mean, Joker plays enough BlazBlue to the point where I feel like he should be reacting to these throws a lot more than he isn't.
Throw reactions, and Joker's got that SSBA damage. One hit will do it. Dive kick dodges the Raging Strike, but no confirm. Puts him in chip range, and the DP is enough to do it. Joker now set point, one away from a grand finals rematch with Zero.
Wow, and what a smart use of that chip kill as well, right? Using that DP, blocking not only like the front of him, but also behind him. So no matter what Disgaea does in that moment, they are going to have to, they are basically forced, checkmated if you will, to eat that chip damage and lose the game.
Very, very smart option from Joker. And now is just trying to press this advantage in this game. Plus frames with the charged EH needles. Plus frames with the Karma into the super to kill. And that's a rematch of our winners finals coming up soon as Joker takes it 3-1 over Disgaea.
No cinematic needed. Joker is moving on. Grand final, securing at least a second place spot, but I know second place is not enough to satisfy Joker. We made it this far, and we played Serum already, so Joker is going to want that first place finish, but that first place finish is not going to come easily with Zerom in the way, with a reset in the way. Joker has to win 2 sets in a row as usual if they want to make it, if they want to make that bracket win, make this tournament win, and it's going to be a really tough uphill climb. But if anyone can do it, Joker has proven they are the pick.
It is. Oh man. So far this tournament, Zerom's Charlotta has just been nigh unstoppable. Barely anything has impeded, let alone stopped, the progress of this Charlotta through the bracket. Gonna be a tall order for Joker.
Just as tall as that Charlotta crown.
True. Adding a whole
Wait a minute.
25% to her height. We doing this. We doing this.
Wait.
Yeah. So with Lunalu in this game, I don't believe it's the same.
Oh,
in the
wait, no.
first version. You
Wait,
can
just
choose.
cross it.
You can choose who Lunalu picks, and if you want to play one character, you just unselect everyone except that one character.
Zero. This is just disrespectful.
Yep.
Well,
That's,
I mean,
I don't-
technically, Zero's playing a different character, right?
I've heard people complaining a little bit about it. They're like, why? What is the point? Why would they do this? But yeah. But
Well,
spacing
Zero,
with the character select a little bit. I guess.
Zero not on the Zero not on the Charlotta. Zero here on the Lunalu. Lunalu versus Beelzebub in grand finals. Zero on the winner side, Joker on the loser side. Let's get right into it. Maybe Zero pick Lunalu for that emotional support, right? You got the character in the background like Pokemon trainer running around. You can do it. You can
got
do
the
it.
mascot cheering you on. Saying, yeah, that's my
Beelzebub.
guy.
Get that demon flip on him. Get that parry on that dive kick. Yeah.
Oh man, Joker already though representing the 2H of anti-air, and that is very important. We saw it previously in the tournament, but again, just making sure that Zeron is aware that those jumps are not coming free.
It's not enough to kill, but now Joker on their last legs, using a guard cancel, hopefully trying to get out, teleporting out just for an extra measure, and chucking out some projectiles, chucking out some fireballs, hoping to control a bit more space, but Zerom just going to get right in overhead low, will do it, and now Zerom approaching a round 2 for this game.
Quick check on the ankles to seal that one out. Oh, that slow DP coming back to bite Joker. Fortunately for them, though, no punish by Zero. A little bit too slow.
I'll say though, Zerom is doing a great job at checking a lot of what Beelzebub likes to do. That no other player here in this bracket has been doing. We're seeing incredible punishes on these dive kicks. We're seeing incredible punishes on those teleports. We're seeing incredible punishes, or not even punishes, but like just completely avoiding those projectiles, spot dodging them when possible, and taking their advantage when they can. Like just they know exactly where that dive kick is going to end up, so they either completely avoid it or just punish it altogether. And that's what makes Zerom so strong, what's setting them apart right now, and what's keeping Joker from getting anything started, not only neutral, but in pressure as well. It's going to force Zerom to force Joker to have to clean up their play or switch to a different character as Joker picks the Vegeta. We got 2 characters, 1 for each pocket, and Joker pulling out the Vegeta. I did not expect the Vegeta, but you know what? Considering that Joker plays Ragna in Blaze Blue, it's only fitting, right, that Joker plays Vegeta. Like, it makes more sense to me that Joker plays Vegeta than they play Beelzebub or Or Eustace, right?
Yeah, Pocket Shoto is, everyone's got some amount of it. Joker, though, see how much this Jita is going to put in work. Already keeping Zerom in the corner is good sign so far.
All right. Starting to get some more traction than they were before. There's a throw tuck coming out from Zero. It is a mash tech though, so that's going to leave the Joker plus or at least Zero minus, and Joker able to keep this advantage going, not getting any strong combos, and that seems to be a common thread so far. Not getting a lot of strong combos, but getting a lot of small hits. While Zero, on the other hand, when they get a hit, they get a combo, they get damage, and they get resets.
Oh yeah, reset into the demon flip, leaves Joker hurting, but able to bust out auto combo into SSBA. Call Bahamut, rain down the fire on Zero and Charlotta. Only a 1 pixel away, a throw will do it, a low, anything. Keep the plus terms of the EX Fireball, start getting Zero towards chip range.
And having a Rekka as well is going to be very strong to force those chip kills a lot easier than other characters. But Zerom is going to be able to actually sneak that round by anyways, spot dodging those Rekka hits and throwing Joker into the corner. There it is happening all over again. The Joker has pushed that ball, pushed that stone ball up, but now it's falling back down on him. And Zerom is going to be taking this round so cleanly and taking game 2, putting themselves onto what is essentially set point, tournament points. One more game will do it, and Joker has to win 3 games in a row just for a reset, a chance to win the bracket. Not even a bracket win, a chance to win the bracket. This is not looking good, especially when Joker here is playing Jita, a character that he has yet to play against Zerom's Charlotta or any Charlotta in the bracket yet so far. So maybe Joker is not going to be as strong with this character, and hopefully Joker can make some progress, and they are making some progress right now. But again, no full combos, just a lot of small hits, and small hits are not going to do it.
Guard canceling Joker off, wants to relieve this pressure so they can end it that much faster. Frame trap in the corner is going to be big damage as the bravery points are not there for Zerom. Joker holding on, taking that round.
All right, Joker has a round win. So things are looking up for him, but not if you get hit by a round start approach and a counter hit into the corner. And now you're going to see all of this mix coming right at you. Cammy in the form of a little girl with a crown, and she's got the attitude to make up for it.
Joker trying to fight their way out. The health deficit is large at this point, and Zerom has found another hit. U demon flip for the extra damage. Spend the bravery points. Might be able to cash out. Not quite. One more reset required.
Oh, that will connect the Raging Strike on hit. You cannot guard cancel a Raging Strike on hit, but Zerom's still feeling quite comfortable. Yeah, you know, they had a huge life lead. Joker had no meter.
And has one more round closer to the tournament victory now as a throw bait comes in for Zerom. The classic that we've seen so many times throughout this tournament. Run up and jump over for the cross up button.
Now, such an unfortunate anti-air mistiming from Joker, and Zerom is going to make Joker pay for it. Look at this damage being racked up right now. One more mix will do it, and that is enough. Zerom is taking your bracket win against Joker here at the King Returns 10 for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, rocking the Charlotta. What a performance from Zerom, a perfect tournament record, 0 games lost. Now it's time for Charlotta to return to that Pokeball.
All right. Thank you so much, both of you, for stepping up to the plate and taking the comms for our very first Granblue Monthly.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us on.
Okay, everyone, I hope you enjoy the festivities we have just demonstrated. Pineapples, where can we find you on the socials?
Find me on Twitter and Twitch at pineapples, 2 eyes and an underscore at the end.
All right, how about you, Salty?
Find me on YouTube, Discord, email, same name as always. I have a Twitter. It's going to be Salte Boy, or well, the mention is going to be called the Salt Shaker underscore. So a bit different, but essentially the same. Essentially like the same theming.
And as you guys well know, you continue to follow any uploads I may provide on my YouTube, PsychoBlueSFXC. You can also find me on Twitch, PsychoBlue9. If you're watching right now, you know where to go already. And you can also find me on Twitter under PsychoBlue9 as well. In the interim, it is time to conclude our evening. This is Psycho Blue, tailed by Pineapples and Salty Boy. We will see each and every one of you next time. Stay safe this week, and we'll cross lines at a later date. Next up for me will either be one of the Petersburg events, or I will be at Frosty Faustings running Cross Tekken as part of the side tournament push. I'll also be running brackets, so maybe I'll be running one of your brackets if you're going to be at Frosty.
I will be at Frosty,
There.
so I'll be seeing you there. I'll be doing my own things. I'll be running some brackets, running some things on the back end as well. So yeah, but I can't wait to meet a lot of people, and it should be a fun time. Going to be the first Granblue major as well, so that's also something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, everyone, enjoy your evening. And once again, the Psycho Blue, conductor of the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Crosswires. I will see each and every one of you next time.